Hello, my lovelies. How are you all doing? Okay, well, I have been okay, and I know that you all have been good as well. I know it's been a while, I know, and I apologize. Honestly, I apologize for the delay, and clearly it's just been pre-reg. Some days are just really, really demanding, and I just get so stressed, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to relax because like I need to get focused on this, that kind of thing. So but as often as possible, my heart has always been, on YouTube, has always been like to, show you what's going on and just let just let you in on literally everything that's been happening. But as much as it's not been happening in terms of me trying to like make these videos, I still have it at heart, and I promise it's going to be as consistent as possible very soon. And yeah, that's where we are. So like I said, I apologize again. I always try my best to respond to DMs and text messages that people send asking questions. As much as it doesn't really happen, as soon as the messages are sent, it's just like I get really busy. Some days I'm not even online. Some days I just want to just relax. I'm really too tired, that kind of thing. And I'm not able to see the messages, or I'm just trying to find the right time because every day I'm working, most of the days I work. So I'm really sorry, but even though the messages I see them probably late, or I respond late, I still try to respond to them. So, and I will not stop. As much as possible, I will keep doing my best to respond to messages, even if I'm not posting videos as often as possible. But like I know it's going to come to a point where it's going to be consistent. Okay, so today I had this suggestion from someone, just in my DM, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I should probably do that as well. So guys, if you do have any suggestions, of anything you want me to do, just drop it in my DM and I will look at it, and I will just like get the information ready and put it out here for you all, okay? Yeah, because sometimes in my head I'm like, I don't really know, like it's not like I've literally forgotten everything, but to be honest, I can't say it's as fresh as it was when I was doing it. Like, so any stage I pass, I just sometimes I'm not able to like remember, oh god, how did I do this, how did I do that. I try to keep that in my mind, to be honest. But the thing is, there are new struggles, there are new challenges at the moment. So if you feel like, okay, I'm not getting this right, or I feel like, oh, maybe she needs to make a video on this, or how things are going in the UK, just anything you want to know, please just let me know about it, because I could be like really busy in period trying to like, okay, get my patient records. And then I will not really know like what exactly I need to do. But please, I will be really, really grateful, and I'll really appreciate whatever efforts you make in terms of trying to drop suggestions or things you want to know. Okay, I'll be really glad to do any of that. Okay, so the suggestion was to talk about my struggles and challenges, and how I've been able to like get through them and things like that. And thinking about that, I was like, oh my god, how did I not even remember that I need to do that? So first of all, it's been a whole 9 months, and oh my god, time runs, time flies. Like, I can't believe it's been 9 months, like how did I get here? How did I get here? Like a whole 9 months. Like, oh my god. I mean, like just few months away to being 1 year. Wow, that is exciting. That's really exciting. And honestly, have I had challenges? Of course I have had challenges. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. But basically, it would have to be challenges as to when I got into the country and started as a pre-reg. And of course, the challenges as that when I started are not the same as now I am in pre-reg, and continuing. So I will start with UK in general. I will say, to be honest, the first challenge I had when I got to the UK, I think I made a video on that, but the first challenge I kind of had when I got here was trying to find my way around. Like literally, I didn't quite understand how to use the map. So back then in Nigeria, I used to drive, and I remember trying to use the map and the Google map. So basically, what I would do is just leave it on the audio. Like literally, it would keep saying, "Oh, turn right," in 500 meters, turn left. All these things. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave you to tell me. Oh, did you say turn left? Okay, I'm going to turn left. So, but now I'm not driving, and the challenge I had was, okay, trying to figure out where exactly the road was leading. So apparently I just don't know. I don't know how this is happening, but literally I eventually have figured it out. But I will say this had to do with time, because of course when I came in here I had no clue in terms of how that worked. So but I knew that I lost my way in terms of maybe the bus would just carry me and pass, that kind of thing, or I don't quite know, maybe I would just be standing at the bus stop and not even know when my bus comes, or I will be at the wrong bus stop, which was mostly the case. So I will be at the wrong bus stop, and then the bus would just like either stop or not even stop at all, and I'm like, oh my god, that's my bus, but then why is it not stopping, that kind of thing. So I would literally have to walk. Oh my god, I walked so many times in the UK. Like, if you see distance, because I'm trying to find a way around it. So, and the crazy thing is, when you try to ask people and say, please, how do I get to a certain place? They would just say things like, okay, why don't you use the map? Look, I'm literally holding the map right here. I can't find my way. I can't even help myself. So apparently no one really knows where they're going, so everyone just jumps on the map if they want to go anywhere. So, and I think with time I just literally started, it was like a skill that like literally just dropped off, and that happened with time. Like over time I just realized, okay, this is it, this is the bus, oh this is it, that kind of thing. So I have to be on this bus, and I have to get to a certain bus stop, and when I get to the bus stop I have to ensure, oh that is the bus stop, because sometimes you can have like, let's say Penn Street, and they tell you the bus you need to take is on Penn Street, like bus stop. So maybe Penn Street A, and then you get to the bus stop and there's like Penn Street A, there's B, there's C, that kind of thing. So you need to be, if you go and stand, like if you say, oh okay, I'm on Penn Street, or on Penn Street bus stop, that kind of thing, and you're not seeing whether it's a C or a B or an A, that kind of thing, you will literally just miss your bus. Like your bus will just literally pass you, and you'll be waiting. You think, okay, the bus is meant to stop here, but then it doesn't stop and it just gets across, and so you have to literally either walk or run down, that kind of thing. So I had those issues, but now trust me, it's a lot better. It's a lot better. So that was like the number one challenge. But honestly, how did I tackle it? I didn't quite do anything. I just kept trying to figure it out, and like I said, it just felt like a skill that just dropped off my eyes. Like I started understanding it, like things just became clear with time, because I felt like it was being repeated. So it's just clear. It's not that I'm still particularly perfect. I'm not particularly perfect in terms of everything. I don't quite know like how to get on every single place, that kind of thing, but I try. Like these days, if all I just need to say is like, send me your postcode please. So like, can I get your postcode please? And that's all I need. So basically these days it's just, I just try to follow through every step, and at any point I'm not really quite sure, I just either I can't even say ask someone, because sometimes it's like, all the times I try to ask people, they don't know. Do you understand? Like they don't seem to understand. So it's like I just maybe stand somewhere and I'm really looking at it and like, okay, how do I get on this place, that kind of thing, and somehow it just gets figured out, because it's quite explanatory. I think you need to really look more, that kind of thing. And also sometimes when I feel like, look, I can't be bothered with this, I just take Uber, because I'm like, please don't stress my life. I need to get here on time, and I'll just like get to where I'm going. So that's just how I'll be able to, like, tackle that ish. It's just something that, like I said, it's just with time. Don't stress it, okay? If you're already good with the maps, that's okay. That's okay. But I wasn't. I just didn't have any clue. And if you feel like you're not very good with that, don't worry about it. So it's either you just check on YouTube on how to, like, on how to, get how to understand the map. If, let's say, you're really really terrible at it, just check YouTube, try to just make research on it, that kind of thing. But if anything, trust me, it would literally be clarified with time. Like, you're just going to look at it and already know what you need to do. Just give it time, because once you're new in a place, everything is new. Everything just feels like, you're not quite familiar with the places. But if you have been there for a while, the places become more familiar to you. You kind of begin to recognize some streets, some roads, and like, oh yeah, I passed through this road. Oh, is this road that leads to this place? All this, that, all this stuff. So basically, that's just it, and done. Number 2 challenge, which I'm still currently having at the moment, is like, how are these people doing it? I don't know. So I've had issues with making friends in the UK. Trust me, I don't know. Is it me, or is it like the people around? Like, I don't know. I'm not going to have to blame anyone. I just have to put it on myself. Like, it's just so hard. I do feel like I'm such an easygoing person. I feel like I can be anyone's friend, but it's just some days it's like the energy is not the same. Like, the vibe, you're not getting the same vibe. Like, even the times when I try to be friendly, you can always feel that, like, they don't want it to go further than that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe based on restrictions, maybe within themselves. They're not, maybe they feel like I don't know. Like, I can't seem to place my hands around it. Like, for instance, let's say you just, maybe you're in a place where you're trying to, like, have a conversation and you vibe with someone, temporarily, but sometimes it's like the vibe does not give you enough space to say, okay, can we meet up? Can we hang out? I don't know if that makes any sense. So, like, it just, at the end of the day, you guys say, oh yeah, it was really nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you. And then everyone just goes, are you back to your single life? That kind of thing. So basically, it's been like a really big challenge for me, because I'm like, okay, how do I do this? I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe I will, but it's been 9 months. I don't know. So, but I feel like the friends that I have at the moment are just from work, and I didn't think they were even going to be my friends at some point, because I was like, I don't know how that happened. I guess it's just, like I said, with time, everyone just relaxes and just, like, you begin to, like, get used to these people and begin to smile and laugh and just talk about things in general. So my friends right now at the moment are, like, from work, and I'm actually happy. Like, it's just okay, and but in my head I feel like there has to be more to this. There has to be more to this. So basically, I do feel like the UK is just quite a lonely place, to be honest. Like, you're just coming and everyone is like, everyone is so focused on their work or focused on where they're going, or like, you don't just generally meet people on the road. Please, I don't know how you guys are doing it. If you guys, like, really know how this works, just let me know, because, like, I've tried to join dating sites, I've tried to join, and by this I'm not even talking about guys. I'm not even talking about, like, meeting guys. Let's not even go there. At the moment, I'm just thinking about meeting, like, my fellow girls, like, trying to have, like, that clique of girlfriends, that kind of thing. And it's just been a bit hard. I won't even lie. It's been really, really hard. And even when you try to, like, meet people, and I think I know what the problem is, because in UK you're working every single day, so a lot of times it's like your free time is not another person's free time. So I could get, like, I work like 5 days a week, and it could be any day. It could be, like, Sunday, it could be Saturday. So I could even get, like, off days, maybe like Monday or even Tuesday. So in between, like, the weeks, do you understand? Like, for instance, today is Wednesday and I have an off day, that kind of thing. So my off day could be, like, the day someone else or someone I just met is working, and their off day could be when I'm working as well. So it's like, we don't really have the right time, that kind of thing. So it's never really man. So like I said, it's a challenge. I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to find a way around it. But honestly, I don't know how to do it. So yeah. So down to optometry now. My challenge as a pre-reg would be, first of all, when I started, it was like, okay, dispensing. So basically retail. I will say there are like two sides to pre-reg. You've got the retail side that includes everything about dispensing, and you've got the site test. So basically every pre-reg, once you start, like you're going to have to dispense, like it's compulsory. What the requirement is to have a maximum of 100 dispensers throughout your pre-reg. So a minimum of 60. So basically and not just that, like you have like literally different things you need to get. Like you need to dispense someone who's got multifocals, you need to dispense a presbyope, you need to dispense someone who is 60 and above, you need to dispense a child, you need to dispense like literally just different things. And that's not even anything to worry about. So when you get your logbook, you're going to see every single thing you need to do, and that's not the problem. So when I came in, before I even got to know all these things, I just came in, so it's like, oh my god, I kind of know about dispensing. Like, you know how it is in Nigeria, you just like, you have a lot of theoretical work. Like you just like, you know that there's just a thing like dispensing, you know there's a thing like pantoscopic tilt. You're aware of these things. They don't sound new to you. But honestly, I think the challenge is in really seeing it practical and knowing what exactly you need to do and when you need to do it. So apparently that was the case. So when I came in, people just like, oh, did you studied optometry? Really? So you're full-time optom in Nigeria? I'm like, oh yeah. So like, how many years was it? You know, that kind of thing. You say, oh, it was 6 years. Oh, 6 years. Oh, okay. So that means you have a lot more knowledge. And I'll just be like, oh, that kind of thing. So, but of course, I can't say that I didn't have the knowledge. I did have the knowledge. I went through school 6 years, a whole 6 years. So are you going to tell me I don't know anything about optometry? Of course I do know. But the thing I do feel like was the problem was like, okay, now it's time to put it to work. What are you going to do? You know, that kind of thing. So I had, you know, basically, first of all, in retail, I had the challenge of the software that they use. So in Specsavers, we use Socrates. And so Socrates just literally includes every single thing, like it's a software being used on retail. So in Socrates, you're going to have to arrive customers. So I had to learn that. In Socrates, you have to do the dispensing. Like, I had to learn that. It was a lot. In Socrates, to have like the PCSE, so it's a thing that had to do with NHS, and you have to sign off a lot of vouchers, a lot of like NHS vouchers and things like that. You needed to know. I needed to know all these things. It was so much. Then you also had the store vouchers. So you had like in Specsavers at the moment, you have things like 2 for 1. And in my head, I was like, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Like, this is so much information. What is going on here? You know, I was like, what? Like, do you understand? So I just came up and the manager was trying to put me through, oh, this is that. And honestly, I was just looking, and in my head, I was like, what did I get myself into? I don't understand what you're talking about. Your mouth is just moving. I don't know what you're saying. This doesn't make any sense. Like, how did you guys ever get to know this? So then you have in also the Socrates, you have the collections point where, you know, after a patient has like, you know, ordered the glasses and it's been made and they've brought it back. So we have like a collection point. So you have, I do feel like that's the easiest, but that's the easiest because you just have to collect the glasses and give it to them. But then what if the glasses had things to be amended? Like, what if it was loose? What if it had like, you know, it just wasn't right? How will you fix it? So it's like the problems that came with that was like a challenge. So all these things were like just like thrown at me, and I was like, oh my god, like, do you understand? Where did this 6 years, how is this 6 years helping me? How is this 6 years helping my life? 6 years from optometry, where are you? You need to come through right now, that kind of thing. So, but in my head, I was like, oh my God, this is too much. This is too much. I don't know. So I was so overwhelmed. I would just get back from work and I would just like cry because I'm like, God, this is too much. This is too much. And honestly, like, it was like everything was just being thrown at me at the time. And I felt like, God, are you saying I don't know anything? Are you saying that I'm not smart? Is that what this means? Because I don't remember anything. I don't know how to do that. Like, so that was just a lot. So basically, I just started little by little. I would go and I will watch them, and they were not even making it easy. Anybody you come to be like, oh, so you were in Optum back in Nigeria, so that means you know about dispensing. And I'll have to keep defending myself. I'll be like, oh yeah, I mean, of course I can't say I don't know anything about it. I do know about, quite a number of these things. I know I've come across all of that, but it's just we didn't have enough time to like practice and things like that. And I was just getting so tired of explaining myself, and it was like, oh God, can these people just like keep quiet, stop asking me, that kind of thing. So I had to like literally watch people, try to do, bend. Let's say for instance, like the lens or the glasses is loose, and they tell you, oh, it's loose, can you tighten it a little bit for me? And I'm like, okay. And I'll have to take the glasses and say, how do I tighten this? How do I do it? Do you understand? So I was just watching. So even when I was watching people like, basically trying to bend bend the frame or bend the arms just to fit, that kind of thing, I was so scared because I didn't want to break it. I just see them, they just heat it up and they just like bend it and they say, does it fit well? I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's amazing. I'm like, God, when will I learn this thing? How do I bring myself to learn this? I don't even know how to do that, like that kind of thing. And it was a big challenge, to be honest, it was. But so basically what was the problem was that I just realized that, look, it still boils down to the same thing. Like, you're new to it. As an optometrist, I don't think you need to doubt yourself, to be honest, because first of all, you've done optometry for 6 years and you can't tell me that that's not going to help. Because even if you feel like you can't remember anything, trust me, don't worry about it. Like, it's just, you can't, like I always say, you can't compare yourself to someone who did not study optometry. Like, even if you feel like you don't know this, it's just the pressure of the practice. You haven't done enough practice. But when they say practice makes perfect, that really makes sense. Because first of all, I had to give myself time, because I began to see that over time. So like 3 weeks into my work, I started understanding these things. Like, they started making sense because it was done repeatedly. So I started saying, okay, so I just need to bend it. Okay, I get that part now. Okay, I need to adjust the nose pad. Oh, I get it. So what if I've done all these things and it's still loose? Okay, I need to try to like adjust the arms from maybe the hinge area. You're trying to alter some certain things, and anyhow you do it, like literally one of these things must work. Do you understand? So the screw is loose, you just need to tighten it. Like, I just literally over time, I can't stress this enough. Look, chill. If you're just coming in, chill. Like, honestly, I feel like maybe that is what I should have. Maybe even though at the time I was telling myself, oh, chill, but the pressure, I just was putting myself on like, I was just putting myself under so much pressure. I was like, you know what, I don't know. Like, how is it that I don't know this thing? How is it I can't remember this? Like, I was just so, it's as if I was angry at myself. It was as if I was like trying to say, why you not smart enough? Why you not putting, why you not able to remember these things? But God, if I could just say sorry to myself, I'd be like, I'm really sorry. I apologize for putting you through all of that, for making you feel that way. But I would just say, don't let yourself get to that point. Don't allow yourself, don't put yourself under so much pressure, because if you give yourself time for something you repeatedly do, you're going to get better at it. The people that you're comparing yourself to have been there for over a year. They've been there for like 2 years, 5 years, 4 years, and they've been doing the same job over and over and over again. So they can actually close your eyes and just bend the frame and it just works. You're just getting there. Okay, so it's like it's new, so don't worry about it, because give yourself in 3 weeks before you begin to start realizing what they're even saying. You begin to realize, oh, this is it, this is that, because you're doing it. That's not saying that you should not do it. Like, put yourself through it. Like, just get through it. Try to watch. Try. You know, I always say you're just gonna wake up one morning and realize you're good at this. You're just gonna wake up one morning and realize, oh, I can do that. Do you understand that? I'm not worried about that anymore, that kind of thing. Before I used to be so scared of going to work with my head. I'm like, oh God, I'm like, what am I going to do? That kind of thing. But then now I don't even think about it. Do you understand? And when new people coming and they're like, oh my God, this is so much. Like, everyone gets through that same thing. So it's like, just relax. You're going to be fine, okay? Then the next thing was like side test. And that was also the same problem I had. So, you know, trying to understand the system, like, what do I need to click on? How do I need to get on? Like, it's just so much work. Like, I don't even know how to start talking about all of it. It's just too much. And I will just say it all boils down to giving yourself time. Okay, just give yourself, don't come in and say, oh, I'm meant to, because I studied optometry for 6 years, I'm meant to know all of this, I'm meant to. Oh my, you don't. You're going to be disappointed, because it's not enough. Honestly, it's not enough. So basically, sometimes when I get back home, I just like take some time out, go to YouTube, watch how these things are done again, because of course, because I've studied optometry, I already know these things, so it refreshes my memory. Even the things I kind of knew, I just knew their names, but I didn't quite know how to do, or how exactly they applied into my work. It began to make sense. The amazing thing is you've got like a practical opportunity to like put all the things you've heard, all the things you kind of read, to practice. Do you understand? So that's the only difference. When you get into practice, you're going to see everything come to life. I remember some days ago I was trying to, I don't know how I got on YouTube, so I just was watching this surgery. I think it's like a retinal detachment surgery, that kind of thing, and I saw the vitreous. I saw how the vitreous overlies the retina. Very transparent thing. Just say very transparent in, you know, membrane or whatever you're gonna call it. And I'm like, wait though, is this is this vitreous? In mind I was like, wait though, is this the vitreous they've been talking about? That I've been having one picture, because sometimes when I see retina or vitreous detachment, it looks some type of way, and I'm like, I can't correlate, like I can't put together the mental picture I have and what I'm seeing there. I'm like, how is that detaching? I don't understand. But when I saw the vitreous, I was like, wait though, is this the vitreous? So this is what it is. So this is, oh my God. And in my head I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe this. So this is, like, do you understand? So sometimes you need to get like a mental picture, and it could come from you just watching YouTube videos. You're trying to see the surgery. Like, I try to watch them. I'm like, okay, that's how it looks. But now I understand. When you talk about vitreous detachment, I know what's in my head. Like, I know what it looks like in real life, not just the pictures that have been shown or drawn, you know, about the eyes and things like that. So, you know, it makes it really real to me. And then I'm just beginning to realize it's not so complicated. Why the pictures making it look so complicated? It's so unreal, you know, that kind of thing. So that's just it. I feel like I'm just gonna say, first of all, to just bring all these things to life, I would just let you know, like, everything is about timing. And when you come in, you're going to feel like there's so much to know, there's so much to learn. But I will just say, take it easy on yourself. I mean, honestly, take it easy on yourself. Like, really, really it's going to be overwhelming. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be overwhelming. You need to like get on to speed, that kind of thing. But relax. Like if you have to go back to base, do that. If you have to watch videos to just try to have an understanding of what you want to know, do that. Like, don't worry, do whatever you need to do to just like bring yourself to a certain understanding of what needs to be known, if that makes sense. Do you understand? If you have to ask questions, ask questions. But it's not going to guarantee that you're going to understand it at the time. It's not going to guarantee that you're going to understand it. But if you give it time, like I said, it just comes as a realization. You just eventually come to a point of saying, oh, okay, I think I understand that now. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a little bit more clearer, that kind of thing. And you're going to get past that phase. And every other phase, it just keeps getting maybe tougher, or you keep getting to points where you feel like you don't understand some certain things, like because you're in a learning process, you're just never going to feel like you know enough. So I will just say, give yourself time, relax as much as you want to, but still keep your head in it, keep your head in what you're doing. Research if you need to do that to have more understanding of what exactly you need to know, like I said. But if not, like, you're going to be fine. Okay, you're just going to be fine. So don't put too much pressure. Take deep breaths. Man, I can't overemphasize this enough. Like, people, I don't know if people consciously do that, but look, when you feel like it's overwhelming, take a deep breath. Like, or more, just take a deep breath and tell yourself it's going to be fine, it's going to be all right. And even if it doesn't look like it's going to be fine, it's just going to be fine. Like, honestly, you're in a good place. You're in a good place, and that's the struggle. If you're eventually going to become something, if you're eventually going to learn something, you're coming from a place of ignorance to a place of knowledge. So you don't expect yourself to feel good about, feel good being there, because you're going to feel intimidated, you're going to feel overwhelmed, there's going to be too much information, just a whole lot. But relax, okay? Just relax and everything is going to be fine. So those are my challenges at the moment, in my struggles, which I just take one day at a time. And do I get pressured sometimes? I mean, yes, you're still going to feel pressure, but it's like, you just need to know that it's normal. Everyone feels it, everyone experiences it. We try to hide it, we try to not talk about it, but it's there and you're going to be all right. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I really hope this really encouraged you, or whoever it is that is watching this at the moment. So I had fun talking about this, and I hope you also enjoyed yourself trying to also watch it. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.